EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Christmas Day matchup. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium. And a very Merry Christmas to you and yours on this special day. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, Merry Christmas, man.
Merry Christmas to you, buddy. And I know both of us kind of feel the same way. If you're not going to be home with your family, celebrating with the ones you love, this is a pretty good second place. I think when you find out you're going to be not only calling or playing the only game in town, national holiday, everyone's home with their families watching you, in our case, listening to us, it's a pretty special honor, and I'm happy to be here alongside you, partner.
The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go from Houston. On the return, here's Sim. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Texans come out with the Rookie of the Year from last year in the NFL. C.J. Stroud, he was the #2 overall pick out of Ohio State. Greg, a talented quarterback here.
You could certainly make the case, Mike, that he had one of the best rookie seasons by a quarterback in NFL history. Not so much just his personal play, but he has completely rejuvenated that Houston Texans locker room and that Houston Texans organization. It was incredible watching him as a rookie. Tell you what, though, I think he's even more capable here in his second year under center.
Man acquired by trade in the offseason, it's Joe Mixon. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the first down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that gain.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On play action, Stroud. He's going to tuck it and go.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's got a receiver, that's Woods. 18 yards on the connection. 1st down for Houston.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Here's a give running left with Mixon. And a good run there to get him 5 yards. On 2nd down, Stroud. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face third down. A throw on the move is caught. It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up fourth down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good positive result.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Justice Hill to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Ravens led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, Lamar Jackson, already season 7. Greg, he's won a couple of MVPs, and he's as talented as we see in the league.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at their line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
On play action, here's Jackson. Going up top and looking for Flowers. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. A big play there. Jackson to Flowers. It's a gain of 49.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. And he'll be taken down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Jackson going to keep it himself. He'll get a yard or two to the 8. 2nd and goal.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here is the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
On the option, they give it to Henry. And he will score. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Now Justin Tucker for the point after. It's up and through. And the Ravens move out to a 7-3 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. On the return, here's Sims. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Texans offense ready to get going with their second possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
These curl routes. He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the 1st quarter. So we are through 1 here in this rematch of last year's divisional round of the playoffs. It's the Ravens out front. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. Second down and 8. Stroud going to set up to throw. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And the Texans are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. To throw, it's Stroud. That is caught. What a job on the scramble. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans.
Now remember back, Mike, their 1st drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Fairbairn on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans are on top. It's now 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Tylan Wallace now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense ready for their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense. Still 2nd down.
Aguilar goes off in motion. They'll run it with Henry. And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. Jimmy Ward that time shuts it down. Third and long. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the 1st down and some.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. Jackson fires complete to Flowers. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 3-point game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Stroud gonna tuck this one on the zone read. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That one good for 29.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense. And if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
Stroud going to get rid of this to Dell. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Stroud to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
The throw left side finds Dell. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Over the middle, he's got the tight end Schultz. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run with Mixon. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes to play in the 1st half of a 3-point game. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Now Stroud. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Take down. Touchdown, Houston. What a terrific play in the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do the guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not only see the ball, but then you have to feel the ground. You have to know exactly where you are.
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Fairbairn to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Texans will get out in front 17-7. to the touchdown. Here's Fairbury to kick it up. This returnable for Wallace. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense headed back to take over once more. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. A first down throw for Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Second down, Jackson. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Aguilar goes off in motion. Jackson now to throw on first down. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target, and that will lead to a second down. To the air one more time with Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Andrews is able to pick up that first down, and it's just so nice to see him back on the field. He had that brutal leg injury a year ago. He had over 500 yards in just 10 games, so the production is still there. He's always going to be one of Lamar Jackson's favorite targets, and I can tell you what, they're excited to have him back in the lineup.
A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Jackson up top again. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Off the play fake, Jackson. There's the veteran tight end, Andrews. And he's going to be taken down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
The Ravens now going to use their final timeout. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Ravens are back within a score, It's now 17-10.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Stroud to throw here on first down. This is caught downfield. It's Dell. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a terrific first half from the former Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This returnable for Wallace. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Back to throw, Jackson. That's complete to the veteran, Nelson Aguilar. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Still second down.
Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense, and I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
On third down, Jackson. He'll try to run for it. Whoa! You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Whistles look like the right side got an early jump there. Let's check the flag. They'll motion over Flowers. Here's Jackson. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Jackson looking to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. Quick slant into the hands of the speedy Flowers. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Jackson now. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Linebackers in general have the reputation of being very instinctive players, and I think we saw it there on that last pass breakup. The ability to diagnose and read the play almost before it even starts. It allows them to be in the right spot at the right time and allows them to make the play.
Bateman is the motion man. 3rd and short, Jackson. Coming up, and that's the tight end likely. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down.
3rd and inches, you're thinking the tight ends are on the field to block for the back or the quarterback, but not here. Nice setup here, playing to the tendencies of their offense, and they come away with a nice completion.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still first down.
Again, it's Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. This a mess on the offensive end. He goes out of bounds. That's going to be a loss of 5 yards on that play.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
Jackson now on 2nd down. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens are able to cut it to 4. 17-13.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Tucker is back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one away. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud ready to get to work once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
On 1st down, it's Stroud. That one caught by Tank Dell. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll go play action with Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. And what does that do? Gets you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
Here's a toss, right side to Mixon. Able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not a second. He'll be taken down for no gain right at the line of scrimmage.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that gain to nothing.
To the left side, and caught by Schultz.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Stroud. And he's going to be taken down, a sack on what likely will wrap up play in this 3rd quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Day. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So now it's Kaimi Fairbairn in a pressure situation. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. This returnable for Wallace. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll start out first down and 10. Bateman is the motion man. Jackson now to throw on first down. Taking off. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of the defense, and we saw it again here.
They'll stick to the ground. And he won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to lose a yard as he steps out of bounds.
A tackling plan for the defense, Mike, is critical when you're facing a back like this. You know that one guy is not going to be enough to bring him down. You have to get as many hats to the ball as you can, slow him up just enough to buy time. And in this case, they get him down for a loss.
Aguilar goes off in motion. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on 3rd and short.
Still 3rd down.
So instead of 3rd and short, it's now 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Baltimore.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
To the air one more time with Jackson. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. It's the tight end Likely in motion. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay.
Still 3rd down.
So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Jackson up top again. That's going to be picked off by the rookie from Georgia, Kamari Lassiter. And the Texans are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
You know, Mike, what I think is interesting is we had a chance to sit down with this young player this week leading up to today's game, and it kind of felt to both of us that he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He fell to the second round on draft night. In his mind, he thought he was a first-rounder. But I'll tell you what, whatever round he was drafted in, if he keeps making plays like this, there's going to be a lot of teams who are going to be kicking themselves for skipping over him on draft night.
The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is Stroud. He's going to keep it himself. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Now a toss play with Mixon. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Well, that second down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they're in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting 3rd down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. They get 19 on that pass play. 1st down for Houston.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense. You don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another 1st down.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Just a short pickup down inside the 30. Here's a 2nd and 9. Stroud going to set up to throw to the left side into the hands of Collins. And this takes it into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll go right back to Mixon. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mixon. He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal. Now here's 2nd and goal. They'll send a tight end in motion. On second and goal, they'll give him another shot. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. They'll drop to throw. He's got his big tight end, Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Texans.
And that's exactly how you stress all week finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Here comes Hill on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Back out is the reigning MVP of the league, Lamar Jackson, and the rest of this Baltimore offense. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. This is 1st and 10. Jackson. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
To the tight end, Likely. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
A first down throw for Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and that's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Going up top and looking for Andrews. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Tucker for the point after. He's got it. And the Ravens will cut the deficit to 7. A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. But he'll gather it back in.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense can just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
The Texans offense ready to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Texans. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. In the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.